back to it and you'll ask the questions. You know, is it loaded? Does it have placards? Do I need to pop the hood? Do I need to start the engine? Do I need to blow the horn? You know all those questions.
Yep.
Like I said, you know, you'll be standing over here with your back to it. Once you ask your questions, they'll tell you. As soon as you turn around, it's gonna start. So, like, tell them. As soon as I turn around, I go for the steps. Make sure that they're tight. You know, I call this a defect. It's not a rust. Steps loose. That's a defect. It's not gonna be a major defect, but it's still a defect.
Right.
While you're right here, you know, make sure you got your DOT number. Open the door. Make sure you got your annual inspection. While you're down here, make sure, like I said, if it's supposed to be loaded, your bills will be right here. If it's supposed to have hazardous materials.
And it'll have your book. It should have your 2012 book. We just had a guy last month, at least in Texas, he got pulled over or when he got his inspection, he got a ticket for that. His
Really?
book was over there in the middle, and they said it's got to be
here?
with your with your bill packet. That 2012 response guide has got to be on that driver's door with the bills.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yep, he got a ticket. We in that committee, yeah, we're fighting it, but yeah, he got a ticket. Yep.
See, I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
That's a bunch of bulls. Yeah, ask Jeff because we discussed it. He got a ticket. Now whether they're gonna fight it, whether they win, I don't know. But they said that, which is new to me too. I said that ain't right. You know,
I mean,
but
you should make sure you got it.
right, exactly. But they're saying, I see their point, but you should let us know because we've been doing this a while, and it's like, well, we've never heard that.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in the business 20 plus years.
Exactly. It's like for crying
Never
out
heard
loud.
that.
Yeah, but anyway, but yeah, the 2012, they want it right there. Isn't that stupid?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
appreciate you telling me that because I had no idea.
Yeah.
So, okay, Jason, so your bills and your 2012 book are supposed to be right.
All right.
Yeah.
Lens cap missing.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't have probably caught that. That's good.
Defect.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is good. 'Cause it's
Right,
May
right,
15th.
right.
But while you're right here, at you know, eye level to the floor, check underneath your pedals.
Yep.
You know, a lot of times I have cans or bottles or something. 2 years ago, I found contraband taped to the bottom of the.
I remember that, and I didn't get that.
Caught it right there.
And that was at State.
That was at State.
While you're here, you know, check down low. Use your 3-point stance to get in, which is another cool thing. A lot of the sleepers that they bring in for us to drive don't have this.
Don't have it. They don't.
Oh, just got to find something to grab onto that's
I
sturdy.
grab the steering wheel.
Okay.
Right.
You know, I'll do it like this. Like I said, make sure you have 3 points of contact before you even start up.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, because if you do it one of these, you're going to take it away from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So use your 3-point stance, getting in and out. First thing I do, Kevin, check my seatbelt. You know, a lot of times I have a zip tie right there.
Yeah. Now they did do that last year.
Make sure it clicks.
Yep.
And undo it. Make sure your transmission's in neutral. If you have a key in the ignition, that's a defect. If your transmission,
If the key's in there.
yeah, that's a defect.
Okay.
The
if
parked
key's-
vehicle cannot have a key.
Yeah, because
Right.
this is a parked unit.
Okay.
The key in the ignition's a defect.
Gotcha.
Pull your brakes. Don't push them. Pull them.
Right.
Because if they're not set, you know, they'll set.
Right. They'll go. Yeah.
You know, you're not supposed to use your horn.
Right.
So that's what I do when I sit in the seat. You know, check my brakes,
Grab that
check my
first.
key. Check.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a circular motion this way.
Right.
So once I've done all this, get out, stand up. I'll check my,
You want to get
Make
over there?
sure.
I'm gonna scoot.
No, you're fine. Thank you,
Okay.
Kevin.
make sure my triangles are here.
Yeah.
Got my permit book.
Do you go through them?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I do too. I just want to see if you did.
Okay.
You know, they may even put a 2008. We've got
Right.
some 2008s in there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like he said, if you
You have to have a 2012.
gotta
That's
have
the
a
newest.
2012,
Okay.
Why don't
and
we just put it in the door over here?
Yeah.
yeah, I might do that.
Yeah. That's what I do with all mine. You get in a
Yeah.
tractor behind me, it's going to be right there.
A lot of times you'll find them underneath. the
Yes.
I don't know
Yeah.
why.
I don't know
Keep
why
it,
they
keep
do.
it from.
Well, they tilt like for a bigger boy.
seat. Yeah.
And guys, if you ever get stopped, you leave your seatbelt on until he's there talking to you and everything.
When they open the door, you kick.
Yeah, I do that
I'm
karate
kidding, I'm
kick.
kidding.
So while I'm here,
Yeah.
check my book. Make
Rated
sure my back
PG.
glass ain't got no simulated cracks.
Right.
Make sure my fire
Perfection guarantee. PG.
That's right.
And
We're not going to tell them what LD stands for.
You know, but
Larry Duty.
we don't,
No.
we don't have update. You know, they're not.
PG version.
We don't have inspection
Yeah.
stickers on them.
right.
Lucky dog.
You know,
That's
Supposed to
right.
have the thing.
see, all we got is the
Right.
zip ties and
Right.
tie them together.
Right.
We don't have.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I
I
don't
know.
either.
I know.
But, so I checked that. Like this will be a defect because it's not latched.
Right, not latched.
Come around. Make sure your door is locked. This
Okay.
passenger door is supposed to be locked.
Okay.
You know, make sure there's nothing in the door. You know,
Right.
contraband, anything else like that. Check your mirror. Check your glass. Make sure your window goes up and down. I wouldn't even roll it back up.
Yeah.
So while you're right here, make sure you got your windshield wiper. Check your, because the one year I found the marijuana right here, taped to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check all your cubby holes. You know, there's liable to be, you know, who knows what up there.
Right.
Make sure you got everything on your windshield is good. Like, you know, you got chips here.
Right.
I'd call
Defect.
Those, call those defects. Defect. Trash in the
Right.
cab.
Yep.
Once again, make sure you got your windshield wiper. Don't have it turned on. Get over here.
Make sure the blades are there, not just the arms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, see,
Trash in cab.
like see, this OP 199 says everything's good. That one says the pipe passing.
Gotcha.
So call that a defect. Check these while you're in here. You know, trash in the cab. Pull your other one down. Run your hand on it. Make sure there's nothing.
That's what I did do. Yeah. You get in a hurry, and I didn't run my hand on it. And they had stuff under there.
You already checked all this because you checked it before you got
Yep.
up here.
Yep.
So you make your circle, you're done.
Yep. Yep.
No reason to get back in here.
3-point back out.
Yep. Use your 3 points to get back out. Make sure you show them your ass. That's right.
All right.
And you shut the door.
All right. Sounds
And
awesome.
then, like I tell them, I go this way.
Right.
I'll start, you know, with the tires, lug nuts, go all the way around that way. Some people prefer to go.
Yeah.
See,
that's
I've
me.
always done it. I've always gone
Yeah.
counterclockwise.
Yeah. Me too.
But there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
I just always did it that way because I end up right here where I started, and I finished, you know, in an important part. I got my fifth wheel,
Right.
my hoses, my everything's right here. That's an important part that I finish at.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Yeah.
On behalf of Tagmaster News, thank you for showing us the interior portion of the pre-trip.